it.
It is a pleasure to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you.
You've been in Bass Lab before, right?
I have. This will be my second time.
Amazing. So what have you been getting up to at Bass Lab?
We have been working on a track that Bruce produced.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I was here, we did a chorus and first verse, and I'm here today to finish the second verse.
Amazing. Okay, guys, so I've got the lovely Dolly on the show today, and she hasn't actually released music yet, so I thought this was a brilliant opportunity for her to showcase herself, to give you guys an insight about her basically start of her music journey. So let's just get into the details about yourself. So Dolly, where's that name come from? Is that literally just your artist name, or?
Yeah, it was actually Dollface when I used to do music back in the day. Stopped about 2012, so it was Dollface before. But as I grew older, I was like, Dollface just sounded a bit childlike for me. And I was like, no, I have to switch it up. And then Dolly came, and then Essence came, and it was just like Dolly Essence. And it just made sense to me. I don't even know where it came from, but I just felt it. And Dolly was more like the physical kind of persona, whereas Essence was like kind of the spiritual, inner, you know, type of vibe, like the essence of life.
Nice. So you said you were doing music before, and then you stopped in 2012. What made you come away from music?
Life just diverted, just took a turn, and I'm the type of person I like to go with the flow. So I didn't force it, it just felt like it just wasn't happening. But now it makes sense that I had to go through certain things or do other things to get to this point that I'm at now. So yeah, I mean, I accepted it. I thought, oh my God, is this it? It's like, that's me done. But music will always be in me, and that's something that I knew. I just knew the time would come where, okay, we can make it happen again.
Good, glad to hear.
Yeah.
So did you study music?
I didn't. I did a bit of music in secondary school, but that was like compulsory, you had to do it. But there was an interest there. Like in terms of production, I used to use Fruit Loops. That was like everyone's thing back in the day. And I thought I was actually going to be a producer. I thought I'm making beats at home, this is happening. But yeah, the interest has always been there for music, but I never studied it, no.
So do you feel like producing is something you're going to end up doing, or not really interested anymore?
It's not that I'm not interested, but I feel like I'll be doing too much. You know, just to learn. I feel like when you're younger, learning is so much easier.
Just soak up like a sponge.
Literally, but now, that's too complex for me. I wouldn't even put myself for it.
Okay.
Like Bruce in the studio just doing everything, I'm just like, how? It makes it look easy, but I know it's much more complex then.
So you're happy just being an artist and just developing that. Okay, so you said you didn't study music. Did you go to uni? Like, what were your interests at school?
Drama, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, like, there's still part of me that wants to pursue it somehow. It might come in my journey, who knows, but like in school, drama was like number one for me. Yeah, and then I did performing arts in college. Didn't go to uni. But from college, I thought I was going to go straight to drama school. But then, it just, again, diverted, so.
It didn't happen. Okay, so what were you doing before music? Like, what other jobs have you done, or?
It was just mainly just family business.
Yeah?
Just, help my mum with her food business, and it really wasn't really much. But I was always doing my stuff on the side, you know. So whether it's music or like makeup, which is obviously something that I do as well.
Nice. So do you come from like a musical family, or?
I actually don't.
It's just you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
That's good though, because it's like you're gonna have made it like on your own, like basically creating your own path and stuff. But what's their opinion on you making music?
My mum loves it.
Yeah?
Yeah, she likes my music. My dad, it's not about my music per se, but just in general about just the idea of being a rapper and the industry and what it comes with, you know, because he's quite Christian, so it's a bit of a diverse opinion, but I mean, he's going to have to accept it, because the things that I talk about are positive. There's nothing that he'd be like, oh my God, like, what's my daughter doing? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
What is it that, like, motivates you to keep going with music? And because obviously it's a hard competitive career to get into.
It is. I guess I just don't think about it. It's just about me just doing what I love and just expressing myself as a person, the gift that I was given by Most High. Like, that's literally it. The extra stuff is going to be there regardless, but if you put your focus on that, before you know it, you know, you've lost yourself, and I'm not trying to get lost. I've found myself, I'm in my, you know.
Okay, amazing. So are you more, would you prefer to stay an independent artist over going with a label? Yeah, because, you know, in terms of image, like, would you be willing for someone to change your image?
No, I would be comfortable with that.
Really?
Yeah, I think being independent would make more sense to me and for what I stand for, because you know yourself more than anyone, and if anyone tries to modify who you are, your character, your music, whatever you produce, it's not going to be the same, it's not going to be authentic. And I'm all about authenticity, so.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned that your genre is rap. Are you going to venture into other sort of
I think so.
music, or?
Yeah, I'm quite versatile. Like, I feel like I can pretty much do anything. There'll be things that I favour more than others, and that's what I'll stick to, but yeah, I don't think it'll be solely rap.
Do you sing as well?
I have a bit of something.
Something.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like I'm not a singer, but I have a soft tone voice that, you know what I mean?
You know how to hit the music.
Yeah,
so
basically.
Like, okay, cool. So in terms of like the rap side, obviously being a female in the rap game it's different from men, I think. I think men are a bit more like supportive in terms of there's a lot of space for new artists to come into the field, whereas I feel like women, they kind of carry this kind of, they come in and they just want to be the it girl, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when it comes to like, I don't know, diss tracks and rap wars, how are you going to respond? Do you feel like it's something you get involved in? What's your take on it?
It just depends where it stems from. Like, if it's real, then I don't know. I mean, I see it happen. I'm just like, you don't really know the basis of it. Some people do it just to, you know, create a little buzz, a vibe, or whatever. I mean, I don't think it's something I put my energy into. I think that it's just too negative. Although that's what sometimes the people want. They want to see it, but I don't want to entertain it. That's just something I just wouldn't give myself to.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like your energy. Like, you're very like talkative, approachable.
Yeah, it's not me, and I wouldn't force it. People just be like, "What is she doing? This is not her."
Okay,
do you know what I mean?
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. So in terms of, you said like what you're rapping, you want to rap about positive stuff. So what kind of impact do you want to have like on your fans? How do you want them to remember you?
That they learn something, and whatever they learn, they was able to take with them on their own individual journey. And whatever they learn, they go and teach someone else. So it's like a domino effect. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want my music to be highly influential. I want people to take freely, because that's what I'm here to give, and just take it and run with it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
so would you say you want your audience more to be like younger women, or is this the grown women music? Like, what?
I think everyone can relate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I've got a lot to give to the world, and it's not just through my music. I feel like if people follow me and support me, then they'll have an insight, because I like writing quotes. So they'll have access to all of that. They'll have access to me, basically, and I give. Do you know what I mean? And it's coming from a very spiritual, soulful place. So it's like, it's just raw. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I just want to like step out of me and meet me and talk to me and be like, hey, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's a vibe. So yeah.
So you know, yeah, you must have a lot of life experience, if you don't mind me saying. I know you had your 30th birthday recently.
Yeah.
Not that you look 30 at all. Thank you. But what would you say obviously you've grown, you've learned at that point? Like, I hear that when you hit 30, as much as some people can be like, oh, like they get scared of being 30, a lot of people say that's when they actually feel like more comfortable with themselves, and they're just like, they leave a lot of like the bullshit from their 20s behind.
Yeah.
What would you personally say that you're leaving behind in your 20s going into your 30s?
I think just being more free, although I feel like I'm quite free anyway, but just not to put focus on things that don't matter. Do you know what I mean? You just have to get on with it, because life goes on regardless, but you can waste so much time putting energy into things that no longer serve your purpose. So it means like, okay, no longer cool, on to the next, do you know what I mean? And that's just how I feel now. Now I understand what they mean by life starts at 30. It's an energy. Yeah. You can't explain it, but I'm just like, okay, this is what it feels like, because you start to see things from a different perspective. So
I think that's really inspiring to see, because like even for myself, I used to be someone who was always kind of like controlling in terms of, I want to do this before this age and plan this milestone, etc. So it's really good to see like new artists coming in at 30 and just going for it, and not letting that time frame like fear them. So yeah, that's really good. But in terms of fears, is there anything that you are kind of scared of or dreading about becoming a successful artist?
Being misunderstood. I was actually thinking about this yesterday, being misunderstood, because people are very quick to judge without actually knowing you, being around you, and I feel like it could be the littlest thing, and it's like, okay, she's this or she's that.
Yeah.
And I think that, if anything, that's that, because I know myself and I know who I am. It's just like, if people know that, I'm happy. We're good to go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything
I know
else,
what you mean.
it's like you can't let anything get to you. You have to have thick skin, of course. Do you know what I mean? Because anything can be thrown at you. But yeah, just know me for me, and I'm happy.
Because I think that's a difficult thing as an artist, is getting that balance of how much you really give the public, because it can get, like, obviously energy draining, and like if you show your private life too much, then you can feel that, you know, you're being constantly attacked, and like cancel culture is very strong.
Yeah, so very strong.
So in regards to like social media, are you a big user of it? What's your opinions?
I am, but in the past, like you was just saying about things being draining and stuff, when you maybe people have too much access to you. Like usually I take social media breaks, and I've always thought that when I am a successful artist, it's like, would I be able to do these things? But there shouldn't be any pressure. Like I am who I am, and if I want to do something for the betterment of myself, I should be able to do it regardless of who I am. So it's like, yeah, I use it, but if I know that, okay, it's a bit too much, I need me time, I'm off. I'll go for like 3 months, and then I come back and everyone's like, oh, where you been? Literally. But yeah, and I use it, and it's a place where I like to express myself, and like I said earlier, do a lot of quotes, and they're very inspiring. So whenever it comes to mind, post it up there. That's what I'm known for mainly as well.
So do you feel like you're gonna start like speaking more as a, like, when you become an artist, you're gonna have a huge audience? Is it gonna be something that you want to do, is have like a platform for your voice? Yeah,
I think, because even now, like, I don't actually use my social media to speak. Like it's just, you just see my words, and it's like, yeah, I'm not just there in front of like, hey guys, it's not really a thing I do, but I feel like it's something just to engage more, because that's what people are used to. Do you know what I mean? They want to feel somewhat engaged and involved with, you know, the person. So yeah, I would want to have a huge platform that I can just express myself and, you know, mingle with people, and
That's really good. In terms of like your personal life as well, so I've asked a bit about your family. So where is it that you and your family's actually from?
Ghana.
Okay, nice. Do you go to Ghana?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah?
I'm going this year, God willing too.
Oh, okay, amazing. Are you planning to collaborate with any Ghanaian artists?
Yeah, it would be amazing, because I do know a few. Yeah, and I think now that they see that I'm doing the music or starting again, it'll be like, okay, well, let's see what we can do. I think it would be great, because I would love to just connect my culture with and just incorporate, because Afrobeats right now is winning.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Yeah,
100%. Okay, and in terms of your love life, are you seeing anyone? Are you single?
Girl. Single.
Yeah.
Like a Pringle.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. No, it doesn't, but that's exactly what it's like, babe. Single.
And is that for what's your reason? Like, is it you focused on music? Do you feel like someone could complement with what you're doing right now, or what do you think?
I think if I was to meet someone now, it would have to be someone that's mentally on the same page as me, kind of knows what they want, and are working towards that. I've been single nearly 5 years now, and yeah, it's just like, I've just been doing me, and I wouldn't entertain anything less than what I want. Do you know what I mean? I'm not desperate to be in a relationship. I'd rather meet someone here with me, or even here. Do you know what I mean? I can just grow with, elevate with, and yeah. I mean, it is technically by choice. No one's really come and caught my attention yet, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Would you like date someone in the music industry?
If he meets my standards, then yeah. For me, it's not about what industry you're in or what you do. It's the person you are. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, well, good. And do you have any kids?
No.
No. Okay. Is that something you're
happy?
Yeah.
On kids, 100%. I actually thought that I would have kids by now. Yeah. Like when I was younger, I thought, okay, yeah, 25, 26. But then again, when you plan stuff, and you know,
it's God's timing.
This is it. That's how I see it. So.
So, what do you personally want to achieve in the next 5 years?
5 years. So that's kind of a short time, because the way time's flying.
It's
not a long time. I would, if I'm starting my music now, I just wanted to reach the highest of heights, and I believe in 5 years I can do that if I'm consistent. So it's all about me. Do you know what I mean? I just have to keep going, keep pushing. Hopefully have some albums out, or just some really good projects. Done some festivals, live shows, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? And yeah.
Okay, so in terms of shows, if you could like perform at any artist show, like as an opening, who would it be?
That's tricky. Any artist?
Yeah, any. Doesn't matter how big, how small. Like, if you could literally just open someone's show tomorrow, anyone's.
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Legendary.
100%. So who in the industry like would you say inspires you? You look up to?
One of them said and gone. Rest in peace. Too bad. Like just a realist and just so raw. Do you know what I mean? He's like a spiritual gangster. Someone like that. I feel it's hard to say now because if you'd asked me this when I used to do music, I would have told you Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
I would have but I was in a different headspace then, and it didn't really fit with who I am. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I appreciate their music and the Cardi B's and the Megans, but it doesn't fit in with what I deliver. Do you know what I mean? So it's really hard mainstream to even tell you who really inspires me right now. And if anyone, I don't know them yet, and they're not mainstream, but I'm gonna know them, and I'll be like, is this person and that person it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a few people that I've seen on is it Hot 97, and there's another New York radio station where they have a lot of underground artists that come on. But there was one girl, she was cold. I forgot her name. I wanted to look into her, but she was amazing. She was only like 18. Yeah, but yeah.
So what advantages do you think you have, like in regards to your age coming into the music industry against someone that'd be like 18?
Life experience. Yeah. And I feel like I've seen enough and been around the industry enough to kind of know the ins and the outs, whereas someone that's probably just coming up, not been around A-list or, you know what I mean? Yeah. I've seen what happens behind the scenes, so it's like, it's a head start already. Yeah, do you know what I mean? The do's and the don'ts, the no's and the yeses, and I think that's the advantage really.
So you do seem like very confident, like I can see like you're comfortable within yourself, you've grown within yourself. How do you deal with like the nerves of like when you're making music, or like even the thought of performing and stuff like that? How do you deal with it?
I imagine, do you know what? I actually do it in my room, in front of the mirror. I'll grab something like this that looks like a mic, and I just go for it. Yeah. And I just try it and imagine and feel myself, because it's like when you get on that stage, there's no practicing up, obviously, apart from you're doing your thing beforehand, but it's like you just kind of go and give it. So I just try and imagine myself and put myself in that element, and then just, because the nerves will be there. Even me by myself in my living room, I will feel the nerves a bit, because it's like I said, you're imagining it, but you just have to keep on practicing and just kind of block off anything. It's hard, it's easier said than done, but yeah, I feel like that's something that, like I was saying earlier, like dealing with my nerves is like, I'll feel it inside. You may not see it, but it's all happening inside. Do you know what I mean?
Manage to like mask it.
Literally, the acting, see why, the drum.
Makes sense.
So yeah. I do think about it though, like how it'd be first time on stage. I have done performances though, like when I was younger. I did a lot of live shows and stuff. So obviously it's not your thousands of people. It's probably like,
it's still nerve-wracking though.
It is, because and I'm the type of person that's like, I want to know what someone's thinking or feeling, and it's just like, that's another thing. If you concentrate on that, that's what will mess you up, because you just have to, like I said, block all that out.
Detach yourself.
That's perfect. Detach yourself. So yeah, I'm ready though. I have to be.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So, did you, like, at what point did you know that you wanted to make music? Like, when you were quite young, or? Yeah,
I was influenced highly on like Channel U. Like Channel U was like, the
yeah.
Those were the days. And I actually started off like doing grime. I was a tomboy, like crazy tomboy, and I was just into grime. And then that was like when I was 14, 15. And then it just switched up, and then I lost a bit of weight, got all girly. And then that's like when I started looking at the Nickies and the, but it was at that point, I just knew it was in me. It's just something that was there. And sometimes when you're younger, you don't really channel that energy. It's just like, okay, well, I'm good at this, and but as I got older, it's just like, this is something that can be a profession.
Yeah, I think
career based.
It will always come back to you. Like no matter, if you stray or you try to do something else, your like passions will always just like hit you in the face. Like, literally, you have to be doing this. Literally,
and that's when you know it's your purpose, it's your calling. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that happens with force. It just flows. It's natural. So it's just like
But if you weren't doing music, what do you think you'd be doing?
Makeup still. Yeah. And maybe pursue my acting. That's still gonna happen. Like the seeds already planted. It's just a matter of time. but everything has to happen at its time, and then the next one follows. I think it's all gonna merge together.
Yeah. Are you like really fussy with your makeup in terms of like when you do your music videos and stuff? Is it going to be you doing the makeup or no?
Because I've seen how therapeutic it looks when you're getting your makeup done.
Yeah,
I want to feel that.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? I don't want that stress, even though. But I get what you mean. Like being a makeup artist, and it's like
you're very fussy in particular about
just to know.
the looks. Yeah. Okay. Are you planning like your next video now, or have you got like concept ready?
Yeah, I did record a freestyle in February, which when I recorded it, thought I was going straight into releasing, but that's not the way forward. You have to have a plan in place. So, like, I already envisioned that video in my head already.
Yeah.
And so I think once I start recording more and building a catalogue, then we can like start working on dropping videos and stuff.
So what is your like creative process? Do you want to give like a bit of an insight of
like how I start writing?
Yeah, just for people that don't know, like you know the real like behind the scenes of artists, how they create their music.
Yeah, for me, it's about hearing a beat and then everything just starts to flow. Like if I hear a beat, I just get in the zone, or I could just be at home like I want to write, so I just start going on YouTube, hearing beats, and then it just goes and goes and goes. If I'm honest with you, when I was younger, I used to literally, like every artist probably had, you know, your notepad, and you just be writing any time of the day. But as you're older and you've got responsibilities, it doesn't work like that. So it's like there's probably so much more that wants to come out. But if I had the time, I think I'd probably be able to write more. But now it's just more so writing to beats, making songs as opposed to just writing lyrics. Do you know what I mean? Because I used to have like 16 bars, 32 bars, like loads of them just there. But now it's a bit different. Yeah.
I don't know if I've already asked you this, but who would you want to work with, like in terms of other female rappers at the moment?
In the UK?
Yeah.
I would definitely want to work with Shabo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Shabo's hard. And she's got character. I think I could produce something sick with Steph as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Lady Leisha. Yeah. Something quirky and fun. Who else is there? Mainstream. I can't even think. There's not many.
There isn't. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
actually there is one. I came across her recently. I don't know how you say her name. Shah Simone. Have you heard of her? Yeah, she's Ghanaian as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. She sounds like a female huss type of vibe. Yeah, and she kind of reminds me of me. Like just real raw. Yeah. So far, yeah, those.
Because I've heard that a lot of the girls, like a lot of the female artists that do rap, they're not as like supportive of the artists that are coming up. Is like for you yourself, have you like mentored or do you have like other artists that are kind of like upcoming with you that you've kind of worked with, or is that something you feel like you'll do?
Yeah.
How do you approach it?
What, for them to mentor me?
Yeah, like for example, like when you're at some level of success and then you've got these upcoming artists, like how do you feel like you personally would go about it rather than see these other female rappers who are kind of like a bit they're trying to keep their space.
Yeah.
Like
I just knock on the door. If it opens, it opens. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't force anything. So whatever's meant will happen regardless. You have to try first. Do you know what I'm saying? So approach with whatever you're coming with, and they're either with it or not. Really. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I feel like if it was me, I'd be so accepted to help and do you know what I mean? So it's only right the energy's reciprocated, but people are people, you know. It's what they want to do at the end of the day. But I feel like someone that, you know, really feels your vibe, feels your music, they're gonna wanna F with you, so yeah.
So where have you actually like grown up?
West London.
West London,
yeah.
Okay. Do you see yourself staying there or like
not forever.
Not forever. Where's your ideal place to live?
Do you know what? Maybe I can keep it in West, maybe like Holland Park.
Okay, nice.
Maybe that's not too bougie, not Hillgate. Depends. Just somewhere more tranquil and just peaceful. Do you know what I mean? Not so much happening.
Yeah, because like, you're going to need your space.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I feel like environment is key, especially when it's time to be creative and stuff. It plays a big part. So, yeah. I wouldn't want to like cheat on the ends. I think I'll still stay around West, do you know what I mean?
And I know it's kind of cliche, like everyone says they love travelling, but when it comes to work, how do you actually feel like the travelling lifestyle? Like, do you think it's going to suit you, or is it something you're kind of like not looking forward to?
I think it could be good. As in like tours and stuff, it's going from
Yeah,
A
because
to
you know,
B.
especially when you get to a certain age, like you get a kind of comfort zone of
Yeah.
like you like your own home, your own space, and then yeah, if you ended up touring here and there, and like obviously it can affect relationships and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, what's your kind of take on that?
It's balance at the end of the day. Yeah, it's not something that'll be happening every so often, but then again, who knows?
You never know.
You never
yeah.
know. So I think I'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just keeping my relationships is key. Just like you meant, like, you know, those are the things that will keep me alive and going.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Are you quite a like? I know, like, you seem really talkative and stuff, but are you in social settings? Like, are you quite like closed off to your own kind of circle, or are you very like? Are you friendly? Do you meet? Like, do you make new friends like
Everywhere
often, or you do?
On the street, on the train, you name it.
Yeah.
Literally.
And what about like going out? What's your lifestyle like? Do you go out a lot?
Not too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of an occasional.
Okay.
Yeah, occasional settings.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just too tiring now, and it's like I'm more purpose driven. So it's like, what is it like? Why am I going out? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you want to have it fun every now and again, but people do it like every week. I couldn't. Not anymore. I'm more of a grandma now. I just like. Do you know? I'm more of a like shisha lounge, bar, dinner type over clubbing any day.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it comes with age, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you mean. Okay, so I think that was a really good like bit of insight. How do you think that went for like your first interview?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm just, hey Kelly, we just met.
Just
just
you.
talking.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay, cool. So where can people find you?
Instagram. Yeah, Dolly Essence. On my Instagram. I have to, but I don't even really use it. I know a lot of artists use Twitter. Like that's the go-to, but maybe it could be a ton of, you know, I go on again. Like it's there. I just haven't tweeted for years. Yeah, but Instagram, Dolly Essence.
Do you think you'll get someone to like manage your Instagram, or do you always want to like be like it be you? Like,
yeah, I would love to just interact with everyone. And, do you know what I mean? It might be a bit time consuming, so I think maybe having a manager to also have access to it for maybe business inquiries or whatever, stuff like that. But I would still want to be, quite hands-on with everyone, just to see what's going on, you know? Yeah, not be too detached, because like then,
Yeah, I just feel like you're just so like genuine and real, and it's good to see. Yeah, it's really good to see. So yeah, I'm excited for your music. Do we have a release date yet, or?
Boy,
just
God's timing. But no, sooner rather than later. I feel like now is just the time to just get to work. Yeah, I think I would definitely want to release some stuff way before the year ends. I mean, we're in August now, so yeah, it would be nice to maybe even probably just as the year ends and we're going into 2022, maybe that would be good.
So everyone just needs to keep watching out for the Instagram to get that release date. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. It was such a pleasure to have you. And yeah, I know you've got a session now, so
yeah, you go and get to it, right? Yeah.